and lows.
Super Bowl 52. They said it might be a classic. Well, how about it definitely was? The scoreboard were lightning rods. The Eagles, at long last, are Super Bowl champs. And the Lombardi Trophy for Doug Peterson, Jeff Lurie, the owner, Howie Roseman, the GM, Nick Foles wasn't even in the picture until December. And the Philadelphia Eagles have turned back the dynasty of all dynasties, the New England Patriots. The Eagles fly, Eagles fly. And welcome everybody to NFL Prime Time here on the floor in Minneapolis. And man, the Rockets red glare. I am with Hall of Famer Steve Young and Hall of Famer Randy Moss.
Boom. That sound good, boom.
And we saw a Hall of Fame game, guys. The Philadelphia Eagles played with the moxie of the city that they represent.
Look,
I don't know how better to say
it right now. MVP Nick Foles outdueled Tom Brady and the biggest offensive show in the history of the Super Bowl. And he made the plays and scored the touchdown that turned the game in the last part of the fourth quarter more than anyone else that had done against the Brady era. Who's done that to the Patriots through the years? Nick Foles did it, and he did it in a way that was dramatic. And it was, you know, it's like, to me, Nick Foles is the story. I know there's stories galore, but when you have the biggest offensive output in the history of Super Bowls, and did I read it? History of the playoffs?
More yards in any game of any time.
And it's Nick Foles against Tom Brady, and he outduels him. That's it.
You know, I have to give a kudos and shout out to that defense. Coach Swartz, defensive coordinator, and that defense. Yeah, they did put up a record-breaking Super Bowl, but I said this morning on Sunday Countdown how the defensive line had to play 4 quarters of football and beat their one-on-one coverage. At the end of the game, you see Fletcher Cox's double. Guess who came up with the big play? Graham. That was a big play by him that sealed the deal.
But how about play calling? And we'll show highlights in a moment to get Nick Foles in rhythm right away. Look, the Philadelphia Eagles, #1 seed in the NFC. Underdog all 3 playoff games. Man, if that's not a classic Philadelphia story. They love that role, and they played like the chip on their shoulders was a mile high.
They leaned into this. I think Doug Peterson flipped the script. People talked about with Nick Foles, are we going to protect him? He flipped it and basically said, I'm the play caller, I'm the coach, you protect me. I'm going to open up everything, the whole playbook. I'm going to be as aggressive as I've ever been, and you take care of me. I thought that the idea of what he did in the championship game, and then he did the same thing here.
Yes.
Nick, you go win this for us. And Nick made the big plays. He constantly, the whole game. They brought 5. The pressure came. The offensive line did a superior job holding them back, and he just made play after play after. Clearly, there's a lot of help. But I think in this situation, when Tom Brady's sitting on the other side, and he's having the most prolific game in the history of the Super Bowl, and you keep answering, the seeds were sown by Doug Peterson in the championship game, flipping the script and telling Nick Foles, you go be the MVP.
You know, you sit there talking about the head coach Doug Peterson, you know, former quarterback. One thing that I know about quarterbacks, they just want to continue to throw the ball, stay aggressive. But as a head coach with a quarterback background, he has won in this league before. I was very impressed by how he stayed aggressive with his running back play. He threw the touchdown to Clement. He had Clement up the sideline with the pick. So kudos to them, the Philadelphia Eagles, Coach Peterson with the Super Bowl. Young coach, I like what he's doing in Philly, man.
They had some players like New England. Who is James White? No, Clement, Aguilar. we will go on and on and on. So the storyline here at Super Bowl 52. Early in the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick run, they won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Only the Cowboys in the early 90s had done that. Could they, toward the end, win 3 Super Bowls in 4 years? There's your storyline going in against an underrated, growing before everyone else's eyes, not on their own, Philadelphia Eagles team that said, oh, you don't give us any respect? Well, we'll show you Atlanta, and then we'll show you Minnesota, and then we'll show you New England. And in a game so hot, it took temperatures that were below 0 here in Minneapolis. and turned it into springtime. Here we go. If you missed some of it from Super Bowl 52 here in Minneapolis. Tom Brady, storyline, of course. Would they win their 6th ring? Eagles. They're the two coaches, Bill Belichick, Doug Peterson. Malcolm Butler did not play. Only special teams. Big, big story. No reason at the moment. LeGarrette Blount won a ring last year with New England. 36 yards. How many plays of 20-plus yards right out of the gates? The next play, Nick Foles. What a throw over Eric Rowe to Alshon Jeffrey.
That was a great concentration, great focus by Alshon Jeffries. He set the tempo today in the first quarter with this big catch right here, boom.
So they took a 3-3 game and made it 9-3. The throw was right there, Steve. And then the extra point for Jake Elliott. And it will be a recurring theme that it was the only thing that wasn't hot. Extra points.
It was shocking, the kicking in the first half, especially from the Patriots, who lost 4 points essentially from the kicking game. You don't see that from them, and it came to bit them at the end.
Congratulations, Randy. Congratulations, bro.
And around for Brandon Cooks.
Congrats, bro.
Couldn't hurdle Rodney McLeod, but McLeod tackles him. Look at him hit Cooks in the air. The Patriots try a field goal, and this was interesting, of course, because the punter Ryan Gostkowski tries to somehow ephus it in. No good. I mean, it's almost an impossible kick that he made, but why not try it, right?
How many times do you see the Patriots doink stuff off? That always seems to go in. It always seems to find its way through. Today was the day that seemed like things that are very un-Patriot-like in a luck perspective.
All right, so here's Brady downfield to Cooks and Malcolm Jenkins. Bang! And that's the end of the night for Cooks.
And you thought that's the speed that Tom Brady needs to keep up in this game. How are they possibly going to score 40 or 38 or whatever it's going to take to win this game without the speed of Cooks? They still figured out a way to get close.
Hope Cooks is all right, though.
So, a little trickery, and Tom Brady is going to, oh no! Danny Amendola to Brady. The Patriots pulling out all stops, but
they've got to concoct ways to score points, and I think Tom will look back at that, take one more step, let the ball come down, and catch it at its lowest point.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys, that play right there affected Tom Brady, and I'm going to tell you why. The very next play, they ran a fade route to Gronkowski. That's been his favorite target. Boom, he underthrew him.
So, that was on 4th down. Now Foles to Jeffrey making the catch. Jay Ajayi is with us, and you're getting to see this for the first time, man.
Yeah.
Some of these plays.
This is special. This is how we did it. This is, look at LG. He led us all game long. Our fearless leader, back to back.
And then look at Blount. You did it on the ground. You did the 21 yards, and then on a 2-point conversion, which the Eagles were chasing the extra point that they missed. You know, but that's the philosophy of Philadelphia. Keep the pedal to the metal. That didn't work, so it's only a 15-3 lead. Now 15-6. Foles, Jeffrey, Duron Harmon on the pick, the only turnover of the game.
The only thing from a flawless performance, and it really wasn't Nick's fault. It was a pretty good throw. And here, look, balls are going to get tipped up. It was unfortunate. It cost them from a dominant first half. But this is the only thing that mars a perfect game from Nick Foles.
So the Patriots 3rd and 6 at their own 14 following the pick. Going to be a defensive hold on Jalen Mills, and the Patriots drives extended. Later in the drive, there it is. Gene Steratore, crew. Now, how many big plays in this game were there going to be? Brady to Hogan! Clink! You're an idiot! 43-yard pickup, and the next play, one of last year's hero, James White. 20-plus yards, 26, boom! He's in. Touchdown. And so now, it's New England's turn on the extra point. Contagious.
Well, it's one thing you was just talking about, boom. It's unlike the Patriots to have a mishap like that. And you talk about one of the best kickers in the National Football League missing an extra point. Come on, man.
So it stays 15-12. And then, oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling.
Pass tonight.
It's Clement time. Jay, you know about this young man,
This
Clement.
kid, man, just the little time I got to spend with him, He's special, man. He's special.
That play broken up by Gilmore with 41 seconds to go in the half. And now, if you want to know what the Eagles are about, okay, you're going to throw to your quarterback. I'm going to wait till you see what we have in store.
That's what I mean, Boomer. He doesn't just do it to just say, the crowd's yelling, go for it, go for it. No, he has a play that he loves.
4th and goal.
And he's going to run it.
The flip, and it's Trey Burton, beautiful. And it's a touchdown to Nick Foles.
That was a beautiful play. It was designed great. Man, I can't say enough to Coach Peterson and that offense for being able to put on the show tonight. Congratulations to Nick Foles, man.
And Steve, it's out of a single wing.
Give credit to Frank Reich. I mean, these are guys that really understand. Both of them, Coach Peterson, Frank Reich, the two offensive coaches are old quarterbacks. They know how to call plays, and you saw that. They leaned into play after play after play today.
22-12 at the half. Brady, if they're going to win, Gronk is going to catch 7 for $120 in this half, or it's not happening. So there's a 25-yarder. Next play, Brady, Gronk, because they get the ball to start the third, 24 yards. Next play, 3rd and 6, Brady, Gronk, first down. 2nd and goal from the Philly 5. Brady, where do you think he's going, fellas? Gronk! Mongo want ball. 4 catches, 22-19. Now New England at 3, but here's Philly. Foles to Nelson Aguilar. He played a big game, didn't he? Big game. 17-yard pickup. 3rd and 1 from the 40. Foles, play fake. Zach Ertz. He Ertz the Patriots all day. And then here it is, you can sing it. Oh, my darling, it's Clement time. Corey Clement, rookie, touchdown. Foles, but Patriots say incomplete. They took a long look.
How many throws are perfect? How many did he drop in dimes tonight? I mean, it seemed like everything was, I mean, he matched Tom Brady throw for throw, and he had great reception, great concentration. I mean,
when you look at the way that the skilled players came to play tonight, I talked about Alshon Jeffrey setting the tone, Aguilar setting the tone, Ertz setting the tone, but I think that big play by Clement got this team fired up in the second half, guys.
So here comes Brady, down again 10 to Danny Amendola. We know what a playoff he's had. Brady, Hogan, touchdown, 29-26. I mean, it's forget stopping anyone, right?
The Eagles never brought a blitz. They just refused to put pressure on Tom Brady, and they just carved him up.
Foles, the little swing to Aguilar, and that time Marquise Flowers sniffed it. Patriots got a stop on 3rd down. Here's Jake Elliott with a 42-yarder, and it's good. It's good, and the Eagles lead 32-26. To the Patriots, here we go. Could they take the lead? Phillies had the lead the whole game. Brady to Amendola, 7 yards. Brady to Amendola, here they go again. And this is another 20-plus play, 30 yards.
Huge chunks, I mean, huge chunks, and again, no pressure. I could not understand why, if you're going to give up the good chunks anyway, bring the pressure. Might as well if you're going to play man-free.
That's Amendola, a 9-yard pickup. Then Brady. Who are you going to go to? Gronk. Tell me about Randy. You know that's perfect.
That was a pretty fake. You keep it on his outside. The cornerback was inside. Anytime you throw that ball up to Gronk, nobody can stop that. They needed a little bit more of that in the second half, man, but that was a nice connection, nice throw, nice catch.
So we've seen the story. Patriots trail. Other team plays great. Now they lead with 9+ for the first time, 33-32. Could Philly? Well, incomplete to Torrey Smith. 4th and 1.
Let's put the game on the line right here.
4th and 1. Of course Philly went for it. And under pressure, of course they made it. Foles, Ertz, 2 yards on 4th and 1.
I'm going to tell you what, that play right there, you're talking about Zach Ertz catching the ball, Nick Foles eluding that pass rush. That was a great play by Nick Foles.
And look, where's the offensive line of the Eagles, as usual, giving Foles time. And another big play to keep it alive. It's Aguilar. Now, from the 42, Foles. Aguilar, the slant.
Now remember, this is Tom Brady on the other sideline, waiting in the biggest shootout in Super Bowl history. Nick Foles has got to answer. To me, this is where all pros, elite players, the greatest. I mean, you can't be more superlative than that.
Look at this, 3rd and 7, Foles to Ertz. They took a long, long look, but my understanding, he took 4 steps.
He was a runner. He was a runner. It wasn't even close. Driving me crazy with these catches and no catches, Boomer.
They took a long time, but they got this right because he took 4 steps and broke the plane, and the rest of it's not.
It was a touchdown the second the ball crossed the plane.
So the Eagles lead 38-33. Again, they're going to go for 2 because that's the MO. What are we going to see? Is it Clement time? Foles on the roll. Not that time, so it stays. So you know what it is. How many times have you seen it? Brady down by 5 with ball with just over 2 to go.
And a timeout.
So, 2:16, 2nd and 2. The unsack of the game, it's Brandon Graham. It's a fumble! And Derek Barnett is all over it.
I told you earlier, Boom, and I said this and said it and said it and said it Sunday morning, that the defensive line was going to win this game for them. I told you on this play right here, Fletcher Cox gets doubled, rightfully so. I was looking for Long, Graham, the other guys to be able to beat and defeat their one-on-one matchups. Graham was able to do that, secure their Super Bowl victory.
Coaches, hey! Jeffrey Luriano,
Well, yeah.
3rd and 5. LeGarrette Blount, you got to run it.
You got to run it here, but second, a 2:03 left on 2nd down. You have to throw it to go win the game because the clock's going to stop anyway. I thought it was a critical mistake.
But Josh Elliott kicks a field goal, and now the lead is 8. 41-33, but another chance. Kickoff. What's left in the playbook for the Patriots? Deion Lewis, whoop, to Rex Burkhardt, and nowhere. Eagles special teams fired up. One last chance, but we've had one Minneapolis miracle this year on this field. This is Gronk. Bang, out of bounds. A Hail Mary, which now watch closely. Watch closely, 13 Dorsett, right? Watch, ooh! It actually was in the vicinity, but one miracle a year. That's it. That's it. And no miracle, by the way, the Philadelphia Eagles have won the Super Bowl here in Minneapolis. 41-33. The coaches embrace the rare Super Bowl defeat for Tom Brady, Jeff Lurie, the Eagles. They were here 13 years ago and lost to New England by 3. It's all different now. Gatorade, the Rocky statue, the Lombardi Trophy, hoisted by the Philadelphia Eagles.
They slayed the dragon. I mean, it's amazing to beat this Patriot team. It feels like you have to beat them 3 times, and they did it. They continuously played and made the big plays at the end. Every big play they had to make. In the last few championship games, Jacksonville couldn't do it. In the championship game, last Super Bowl, the Falcons couldn't do it. The Eagles did it, Boomer. And you got to just hand it to them and say one of the great championship efforts. It was just one of the best. 373 for Foles. Tom Brady, first quarterback in any postseason game to throw for 500. But they lost. The Philadelphia Eagles, 41. The Patriots, 33 by 1 point. Almost the highest scoring Super Bowl. Steve was in the one that was the highest, 49-20. Wasn't like Lane Johnson, Philadelphia Eagles. No need to wear the dog mask today, right? Congratulations.
Thanks, yeah, it's going to be madness. I can't even imagine what the parade is going to be like, so stay tuned.
It's already started. You better get there. So, Nick Foles, in huddle, did you know very early, not to say that you doubted, did you know early in this game, by his demeanor, he's on it again?
Yeah, he's the guy who doesn't really get riled up. He stays poised, doesn't matter what game it is. And I can really tell after the first couple drives that he was going to be in the zone and couldn't come through on a bigger stage. And I'm just so happy for him. Just a guy that's battled, was in Philadelphia, went a few places else and then came back and and won us the Super Bowl, man. So I'm so proud of him.
There's your home city right there.
Oh my
So
Lord.
the game's only been over half an hour.
Be safe, Philly. Please be safe.
Please.
Well, I got to ask you, Lane. You know, a lot of people were counting you out. You lost Peters, and then you lost arguably the MVP of this year's league. You know, take me through the mindset of this underdog, and take us through how the team was feeling that y'all could go ahead and just run this table like y'all did tonight.
Yeah, I just think, you know, as soon as Carson went down, the human mindset is automatically be negative. But I knew from the very beginning of OTAs how much depth we had, you know, with Nick, with Big V at left tackle, guys at linebacker. So I knew we had depth, and just really, I know it sounds cliche, but just we're such good friends off the field. I mean, I know how, you know.
You build your camaraderie.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
exactly.
about.
So when you get that bond, it's so much easier to play with each other when you get on the field.
It was pretty clear that Coach Peterson was not going to protect Nick Foles, and just the opposite. It felt like he was going to open up the playbook from the first play. I'm going to be aggressive. Did he talk to you guys about how he's going to call plays, or does that kind of surprise you how open and wide open?
No, he told us last night in the team meeting. I want to keep being aggressive. I'm not going to change for anybody. So and that's what showed. You ran the ball effectively, able to open up some play action, had some deep bombs downfield. So really just came together. It's really one of our best offensive games.
It seemed like the Patriots were bringing a lot of five-man rushes, trying to put a little pressure on, and no one touched Nick. I mean, you guys did a superior job.
Yeah, they do a good job of rushing, but a lot of times they'll do green dogs where they'll fake and try to get you peeking, and we stayed on our cues and got it done. So it was hard fought all the way to the end. I promise you that.
Was there anything that happened this week that kept the team loose? You're loose anyway. You're underdog again. It's perfect. Was there anything said? You said what Coach Peterson said last night, Lane. How did you that the team you just stayed on the same keel you were at that you wrecked Minnesota with?
Just let your personality show. Instead of dreading the moment, embrace this moment. You never know if you're going to be here again. So that was kind of our mindset. We wanted to have fun whenever we could. Whenever practice came, hey, it was live. That's really what it was. So I think there was a good balance in there. And when it came time to play tonight, I felt like we were in a good rhythm, good confidence, and it showed.
Well, I was just looking here at the stats. Y'all had 164 yards rushing tonight. You know, talk about what you saw within 2 weeks of preparation of how y'all could get that run game going. Yeah, y'all got some outside runs going with LeGarrette, Ajayi. Then y'all was able to get some in between the guards. So take us through the last 2 weeks of how y'all thought y'all could get y'all's running game going on New England, no matter where y'all were on the field.
Yeah, I think as far as talent-wise, this is probably the most talented line that I've ever been on. So next to Big Baller Brand Brooks, that's what I like to call him. Kelsey, who's you've seen the guy in space, can obviously run. Wiz is like another coach on the field, helping Big V adjust. And as far as what we saw, we knew like far as most talented, they want the most talented team, but what they do is they wait for you to make mistakes and really hurt yourself. And we didn't allow them to do that tonight. Maintain focus, and that's really what it was about.
Lane, how does this sound? World champion Philadelphia Eagles.
Feels good. I think, it'll take a few days to set in, maybe get back to Philadelphia and kind of see what it's like, but I'm happy for tonight.
I think it's sinking in.
I don't think they're shocked.
They're not shocked.
They're not shocked.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Really nice of you to come over and join us.
Tremendous.
Thank you.
Cheesesteaks for everybody. We got plenty. We'll hear from the quarterbacks. We'll hear from plenty of the Eagles. We'll hear from both teams. We got more analysis of a, wow, Super Bowl 52. Fly, Eagles, fly. We'll be back.
Start with some balayage clip-ins, then razor cut up to a blunt angled lob. I'm dead, I'm back. It's gonna be everything.
What?
He's gonna make your hair long, then cut it short to make it big.
Oh, okay.
What's the strongman?
It's a pea protein gluten-free pate.
It's a burrito filled with plants pretending to be meat.
Last night took an L, but you're not a bounce back.
What's an L?
The rap singer took a loss, and now he's okay again.
Right.
Every week I bounce back.
Living large.
Living with his mama.
Likes long walks.
Doesn't have a car.
Entrepreneur.
Unemployed. Oh!
Yeah, you can get a mortgage that avoids PMI, but there's no way to avoid MIP on an FHA. Now,
hey!
This will help.
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans makes the complex simple.
Right.
Understand the details and get approved in as few as 8 minutes.
There's also origination fees and escrow accounts.
This takes care of it, thank you.
Rocket Mortgage, America's largest mortgage lender.
It's just a great dot.
Welcome to Burger King. Try the 2 for $6 mix or match deal, now including the crispy chicken.
This is weird.
Yeah.
You guys practice this?
Nah.
That's 2 Whopper sandwiches, 2 crispy chicken sandwiches, or mix one of each for just $6. Only at Burger King.
Don't let a win defeat your drive. Keep your eye on the ball.
You can be smarter when you strive.
There are no limits. Put yourself to the test.
Because better is a never-ending quest.
The all-new Accord Touring, now with a powerful turbocharged engine. It's our most impressive Honda ever.
How do you win at business? Stay at La Quinta, where we're changing with stylish makeovers. Then, at your next meeting, set your seat height to its maximum level. Bravo, tall meeting man. Start winning today. Book now at lq.com.
Yes! Ours is still buffering. What's happening?
You're experiencing a network delay. You both need to be watching that on the iPhone with Verizon, the best streaming network.
How long have you been here?
I've been here a couple days.
Get the best unlimited on the most awarded network. And now when you buy iPhone 8, you'll get one on us.
Every time it's too nice out to be a work day, but Corona gets its lime. And every time you decide a Tuesday should feel like a Saturday, but Corona gets its lime. Every time you've got a view like that, or every time the best seat in the house isn't in the house. Every time the stars come out to play, or you dance the night away. A Corona gets its lime. And every time you put that away, a Corona gets its lime.
Welcome to Burger King. Try the 2 for $6 mix or match deal, now including the crispy chicken.
This is weird.
Yeah.
You guys practice this?
Nah.
That's 2 Whopper sandwiches, 2 crispy chicken sandwiches, or mix one of each for just $6. Only at Burger King.
Some air fresheners are so overwhelming. They can send you and your family running. Introducing Febreze One for fabric and air. No aerosols, no dyes, no heavy perfumes. It cleans away odors for a pure, light freshness, so you can spray and stay. Febreze One. Breathe happy.
Welcome back to NFL Primetime. Presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
If you want to know about the Philadelphia Eagles and why they won Super Bowl 52, they ran plays like this. Touchdown pass on 4th down to the quarterback, Nick Foles, who had plenty to say after.
The big thing that helped me was knowing that I didn't have to be Superman. I have amazing teammates, amazing coaches around me, and all I had to do was just go play as hard as I could and play for one another, play for those guys, and not look at the scoreboard, not look at the time, just go out there and play. Don't worry about it. And, came away with a victory.
So, Nick Foles joins 30 years ago Doug Williams in his historic win for the Washington Redskins in 1987, the end of that season, and 1990 season, Jeff Hostetler. He joins them with the Giants when they beat the Bills as quarterbacks that started 3 or less times for that team during the season, but ended up winning the Super Bowl. 52 Super Bowls. We'd seen it 3 times. Tonight was Nick Foles, which we talked about. And so is it, look, this is a man that has thrown, Steve, 7 touchdown passes in a game in the NFL. It's not an unknown. Yet people were, because it was Tom Brady, boy, he can't.
Well, I mean, the seeds of this were sown last offseason when the only coach that went down to see Nick Foles after he got cut by the Chiefs was Doug Peterson. And Doug told him, look, you were with me in Philly. We had a good thing going. We went to Kansas City, didn't go so well, but I believe in you. and I want you to come up and help my young quarterback, and if he gets hurt, I believe that you can do the job. And so there's a faith-based kind of relationship where they say, I know you'll take care of me, I'll take care of you, you take care of me kind of thing. And I think in the Super Bowl, in the ultimate stage, Nick had the confidence that he had that Doug Peterson and the whole team in the organization believed in Nick. You can't understand what it feels like to be in a locker room when everyone's kind of peeking at you. Are you really that guy? I don't know if you can do it. But the head coach and everybody says, not only can he do it, I'm going to put it in his lap. And then he responds. Everybody can grow from there. So I wonder, what's the future of Nick Foles? How many teams want a guy like this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you tell me he's not one of the top 32, top 15 quarterbacks in the league? This is an interesting thing for Nick Foles to go back to a backup, but one of the all-time performances by a backup, of course, but just by a starter to face the guy of the century, the guy that can't be beat. You got to beat 4 times to knock him down. He finally, to take him down like Goliath, and he made every throw, Randy. Every time he dropped in dimes all over the field, and it seemed like Doug Peterson said, well, let's go.
Keep going.
You cannot ask for more. There's no superlative that can describe, in my mind, what Nick Foles did tonight.
You know, just everything that you just talked about, man, I was just sitting there thinking just one word to just describe what Nick Foles has been through. Just an underdog. I don't know if he got thrown out of Philly. I don't know how he left Philly, but he got thrown out of Philly. The good thing about it, he came back to Philly. Talking about Peterson came to get him, brought him to his team, lost his starting quarterback that they drafted to lead this franchise to a Super Bowl, came back to Philadelphia. I don't know how the city of brotherly love felt about Nick Foles when he came back, but I guess what? I bet they loving him right now. You hear me, Boom?
It's the Philadelphia story, which once upon a time was a big thing as well. So
right.
The Eagles are champs. Tom Brady, in his 8th Super Bowl with Coach Belichick, is now 5-3. Lost the 2 to the Giants, as we all know, to Eli, and now he's lost to another NFC East team, if you will, in the Philadelphia Eagles. Despite throwing for 505 yards, despite at 40 years young, 40 years young, 505 yards after the game, Tom.
Obviously wasn't very happy about it, and then just, went to the sideline and figured we'd get the ball back. And, just came up short. They made a lot of good plays today, and we battled. It was competitive, but we just obviously didn't get the job done. Whatever happens, sometimes they play good, sometimes they don't play as good, sometimes we don't play good. I mean, it's a team sport, so, if Eagles played a better game today, they deserve to win. That's why they're champs. Yeah, I mean, it does suck. It obviously, yeah, it sucks. Well, no one's feeling sorry for us, so, we'll evaluate like we always do, and, everyone I'm sure is pretty tired after a long year. That's football.
Just couldn't quite make enough plays to come out on top tonight, and it's disappointing. But proud of the way our team competed. Those guys are champions of the AFC. They earned that, and we just came up a little bit short tonight. So it's a tough way to end a lot of really good things that happened this season. But that's what this game's about.
Zach Ertz joining us now as we congratulations, champ.
Congratulations, boy. Thank you.
Brett Jones says hi, man.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go.
Oh, yeah. Chris.
He turned you from basketball, I heard.
Yes.
You put the Ertz on the Patriots. We'll get back to Coach Brady, Coach Belichick, Tom Brady, and the Patriots, and no Malcolm Butler and lots of things. But so while they're reviewing, Zach,
yeah.
Okay, they're reviewing. You took 4 steps, you crossed the line, but yet there's that 2 or 3 minutes that they're wherever they're looking at it, right? Like someplace not here.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? I know it's a touchdown, but I don't know. Tell me.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked that they went over there and reviewed it, honestly.
I mean, how much do you... this catch thing has got to end.
If they were to overturn that, I think the city of Philly would have been crazy right now.
I mean, you take a couple steps, dive for the end zone, and go, what?
Yeah, I'm like,
don't even know what's taking so long. And it's not like it was a quick review either. It was like a 2 or 3 minute review.
That's what I mean. So you're thinking the longer it takes, what are they seeing?
Yeah, exactly. I was shocked, honestly.
Tell me, we had Lane Johnson here before. Tell me Nick Foles in the huddle right from the get-go. What was he like tonight?
Yeah, he's so confident. I mean, the guy was just exuding confidence. I mean, you never want to get in a shootout against that team. You never want to do that. That wasn't the mindset that we had going into the game, but that was a situation that we had to endure. And he played phenomenal tonight. There wasn't a quarterback in the league that we would have wanted to have in the situation when Carson went down than Nick Foles. The guy is so confident in himself. The whole game he was kind of saying, man, I just love you guys, and it's going to be a great moment, and it was phenomenal.
Well, guess what? Congratulations, you're champions. You don't have a game next week, so please take us through. I just asked Lane Johnson, just take us through the advantages that he saw within the 2 weeks that they could get up front. Y'all picked that secondary apart anytime y'all wanted to. Take us through how y'all felt that y'all could get an advantage back there on that secondary, because y'all made some great plays tonight.
Yeah, I mean, our game plan was phenomenal. Doug Peterson did a heck of a job kind of game planning. His play calling, I mean, to go out there, throw a double pass on 4th and 1 from the 1-yard line with Trey Burton, who does that? And then 3rd and 1, we have the chip all go, and I'm on the sideline for a catch, and then 4th and 1 from like the 50, we go for it again. So the guy is a phenomenal head coach, phenomenal play caller. He should have won Coach of the Year. It wasn't lost on us that he didn't win, but they have a lot of good players over there, and we got a lot of really good players on offense. They were kind of doubling me early in the game, kind of chipping me with Harrison early in the game, so they were definitely not making it easy for me. And then when a guy like Alshon makes that play, Nelson consistently getting open, they kind of had to adjust, and I was just happy to kind of get my number called at the end.
Zach, throughout the year, it felt like as an outsider watching the Eagles, I'd say, well, this is who I think they are, and then you were better. And then in the midseason, I'd say, this is who I think they are, and then you end up being better. Championship game, I thought, this is who you are. You end up being better. When did you guys, was it training camp where he's like, we can go all the way? Or was it mid-sit? Was there a place when you guys said, look, we're a great team? Because I think you became a great team, but I don't know if it was true from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of postseason experience on our football team. There are about 7 guys that have played in the Super Bowl, and so we didn't really know what it took as a team to get there. But the way we practice, I mean, I don't know if any team practices the way we do. We consistently, the Wednesdays and Thursdays in Philadelphia are almost training camp experiences for us. It takes a toll on the body, but as the season progressed, we kind of adjusted. But then for the bye week in the playoffs, we're going ones against the ones for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was not a bye week by any means, and I think that allowed us to kind of have that timing for Nick, because he didn't have a training camp.
Well, it's Doug, Andy Reid, Mike Holmgren, Bill Walsh. That's where all that starts, just so you know.
There you go. Thanks, Bill Walsh.
And world champion Philadelphia Eagles. And you know what? You guys were brimming with confidence. You played that way from start to finish. This underdog thing, you were well. Don't worry, you'll be underdog starting next season. You love it.
Yeah, we can't wait for that. We can't wait for that. Yeah, always. City of Philly does that.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys
for joining us. We'll visit with Nick Foles when we come back, and we'll get back to the Pats. And hey, green and white all over. The Eagles, champs. We'll be back.
Level up with the brand new Nissan Rogue Sport with automatic emergency braking that could stop for you. Intelligent all-wheel drive and around-view monitor. Wow. Now, with bonus cash, save up to $1,500 on select models or lease the Rogue family, just $159 per month.
Introducing McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
I'd like that my wife's out of town and I'm in over my head meal.
So you said 5 Chicken McNuggets Happy Meals and a classic chicken sandwich for $3 each.
Exactly. Guess you forgot to tell me it was a sleepover.
You didn't tell me.
Build whatever meal you want with favorites on McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
This is the original light beer. And 40 years later,
we still brew it the same way. Because when you get something right, you don't mess with it. Miller Lite. Hold true.
I'm like a wild tiger, trapped in the man's body, trapped in sheep's clothing. But hey, at least my taxes are free.
Intuit TurboTax.
It's time for the ultimate Sleep Number event on the only bed that adjusts on both sides to your ideal comfort. Your Sleep Number setting. And snoring? Does your bed do that? Right now, during the Ultimate Sleep Number event, save 50% on the Ultimate Limited Edition bed with adjustable comfort on both sides. And soon. Visit sleepnumber.com for a store near you.
You know, at SportsCenter, we like to stay current. And right now, user-generated content is what's hot.
So if you'd like me to read the next highlight, text 4464 to SC. Or if you want Jay to do it, you can text 4465.
Or if you'd like to see Teddy, the roller skating cockatoo, dunk a basketball, text 4466.
We're engaging with our fans in a whole new way.
Welcome to the auto show. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Let's check out some Chevys. What's your first impression here?
This car is really amazing. This is nice. That's awesome.
And what if I told you that you can get auto show cash right now?
Cashback is always great. Oh my God.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on this 2018 Chevy Equinox LT. Or use your Auto Show bonus cash to get $3,250 total cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It was a construction accident with a piece of heavy equipment, and it shot me up into the roof, and it just kept on breaking me in half. Broke my back, severed my spinal column, and 5 ribs broken. So my dining room was changed to a bedroom, and then the insurance company was giving me a hard time. Conley Hockey helped put my life back together.
NFL Primetime is presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Mortgage confidently. And in part by the all-new Accord from Honda.
This is the scene in Philadelphia. The night is so young. The flares, the green and white flares, the streets, pretzels, cheesesteaks. I mean, there might be a beer or two open. I'm just guessing. The Philadelphia Eagles is 1960 with Concrete Charlie. And now, Philadelphia Foles. Nick Foles, congratulations.
Thank you.
You throw, wait a minute, let's start with, you catch a touchdown in the Super Bowl as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've caught I was a tight end in high school for my sophomore year, so that's probably the last time I caught a touchdown.
You
really
did look good.
Go back to my basketball playing days.
Did you catch one in high school?
Beautiful.
Did you catch
I caught one. I played tight end. I ran a little corner route, stopped, got it, touchdown, but then I went back to quarterback.
Has that been in the playbook all year, or is that something just for the Super Bowl?
The last month. The last month we've been waiting for the perfect time, and, that was the perfect time.
It seems like, oh, go ahead.
Well, take me through. I know when the coach called it, tell me how you were feeling. We just had Lane up here talking about you just had ice just running through your veins. You were lights out. When the coach called that play, take us through how you were feeling.
I love it. I went over to the sideline on the timeout, talked to Doug about it, and, I know it had been in the back of our mind, and we just discussed it. It was like, this is the perfect time. Let's just go do it. We'd repped it many times, and it's just one of those things where, there you go.
Look at you, single wing.
There you go. Hey, had to sell. The trick is selling it.
That was a beautiful design. When we seen you come out here killing the offense, then you went to the right. We was like, what is he doing? But Nick, that was great. No, did it work? You said y'all been working on it for a whole month, and I know how trick plays like that going against the scout defense rarely works. How often did it work for that whole month?
Surprisingly, it looked pretty good. We were able to sell. After they had seen it a couple of times.
Right.
They sort of know, but we kept doing it in walkthroughs, kept repping it, kept keeping it sharp. So
we look good tonight, so perfect timing.
Hey, Nick, we know that you go back with Doug.
Yes.
And you guys have a really trusting relationship. And a lot of people were talking about we're trying to protect Nick. And I said, no, they're not trying to protect Nick. I think he's flipped the script. He's basically saying, I'm going to open up the whole playbook. You protect me. Nick, you protect me as a play caller. It felt like he, especially the championship game, the 2 championship games, that NFC championship game and tonight, that he just opened up the whole playbook. Did he tell you that? Did he say, it's going to be wide open, Nick, you protect me? Or how did you guys deal with that?
You know, our coaches do a great job with the game planning. I mean, I was looking at our just game plan sheet this week, and I was just, as a quarterback, you look at it and you have answers everywhere. Our coaches do an amazing job of giving me you know, plays that are going to work, and if we get a different look we don't like, I can switch it and do, you know, they do an amazing job of just game planning, and I don't think they get enough credit for that. And yeah, I mean, the script, I mean, we're aggressive. Doug's an aggressive play caller, and I think just getting in that rhythm this last, you know, 6-7 weeks, it takes a little time to get a rhythm. Did you ever talk about it, or it was just the nature of the play calling sheet? When we had the bye week before the playoffs, we had a lot more time just to sit down and talk about the offense. I had time to go back and self-scout. Previous times I'd rep plays, and we were able to talk about all the different plays I like within our offense and how to do it. And, you know, it was our offense. We just tweaked some things here and there that I liked. So that bye week was key. It was huge. Just kind of get that reference point.
So let's go to say Thanksgiving time. If someone were to tell you, of course you're ready at all times, someone would tell you at Thanksgiving, okay, so in the Super Bowl, you're going to, forget catching a touchdown, you're going to hit Corey Clement for a touchdown, you're going to outduel, as it turns out, Tom Brady. This is late November, you'd think, what?
I probably think they had too much turkey or something. Right. I'm not going to sit here. I mean, this is unbelievable to be in this moment, and it's just been a crazy year. We've had a lot of guys injured, and they've been a huge piece of this puzzle. I mean, we're not here without Carson Wentz. With the type of year he had, he was I thought he was the MVP of this season, and I still say that. But we have such a great locker room of guys that, I said it earlier, in our training room, we have a all-pro Hall of Fame training room right now with guys injured, but it just showed you that they stuck around, helped the younger guys. Carson's been there every step of the way for me, and that's what a team's about. In this moment, you look at your teammates' eyes, and you knew that you did everything together, you loved each other, you fought for each other, and that's what's special about this moment.
Nick, you're the Super Bowl MVP, and you earned every inch of it. The big plays that you made throughout this whole playoff run, but especially that last drive, the drive that was the duel, this duel that you had with Tom Brady, an all-time, player. Talk about that last drive to take the lead. You lost the lead for the first time. How did it feel? What do you get in the in the huddle? Take us through that last drive to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, the Patriots are, one of the greatest franchises of all time. I mean, Tom's one of the greatest quarterbacks. Belichick's one of the greatest coaches. So, going in this game, I sort of went back to, when I played basketball. I didn't really worry about the score. I didn't worry about the clock. I just played. And I just played, and I wasn't going to worry about it. I was just going to play. And in that moment, because I had done that all game, I was just playing. Yeah. Hey, we called a play. I'm going to see what they're doing. I'm going to play.
On the fourth down play, too. Of course you're going to go on it. Go with fourth down with 5 minutes left.
What is it about this
crossing route from Zach?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, sure.
We'll wait in there. Hey, get the extra second, will you?
For sure.
Make some time on fourth down with the whole game on the line.
I think it's just the faith we all have in one another, and we just, just going through your progressions, trusting them, and then knowing guys are going to do their job. Zach was right there when he needed to be, and it worked out. That's a big play in the game. I mean,
no kidding.
It's not looking good if we don't execute right there. So,
what is it about this Philadelphia team that nobody else grasped? The team, let's just take the team that you quarterbacked the last couple games, regular season, the playoff game. Underdog. What did we all miss?
I think it's not that everyone missed it. It's just that not everyone can see the locker room. Not everyone can be in the moment in that locker room with, with what we go through on a day-to-day basis. And, I mean, you can't see that. That's that bond when you go into games like this you lean on. And that's been the heartbeat of this year. And, that's when I go back to when you get to celebrate with the guys, look them in the eyes, and know that, hey, we're world champs.
Super Bowl MVPs don't sit the bench. What do you think?
Now what?
You know what? I'm just going to enjoy the moment.
Yeah,
I'm blessed to be in this moment. I'll let the future take care of itself. You know, I can't say enough.
It's amazing.
Like, it's still soaking in. I'm sure when I get back in the locker room and I'm with the guys and we're having a dance party or whatever's going on in there, it'll start soaking in. But,
Enjoy
you know,
it.
just grateful to be in this moment.
You earned every inch of it.
Proud of you, bro.
Really.
Proud of you, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
You got it, Nick.
Thank you. Very classy to join us.
Thank you. Hey, thanks for having me.
Fun to watch.
My honor. My honor.
You got it, man.
Amazing.
Way to go.
All right, bro.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Enjoy this.
Thanks, bro.
Yep, the Super Bowl MVP back to Philadelphia. You can go home again, right? Yes. And now we've got a ring last year with New England and a ring this year with the Philadelphia Eagles, and that would be LeGarrette Blount. Yep.
Tell it.
Hey,
we on live.
We got a seat for you.
Look, I don't know which direction to go.
He'll be here.
He's coming out.
He's happy. Look, with the Eagles, they just knew. And here's LeGarrette Blount. Congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
Good to see you again as a champ.
How you doing, man?
How are you?
You know it's always a pleasure.
Hey, listen. Champs again. These Philadelphia, you were champs last year with New England. What did you see? Not when you made the move to sign, but what did you see growing that you could say, you know what? Last year at New England, we had certain things. What could you see fall into place with Philadelphia that might give you the hint that you'd be sitting here tonight?
You know, I just saw a special player in Carson. You know, obviously he went down, you know, late in the season for us, but he got us to the point that we needed to get to make this run. So, you know, and then we signed Alshon, and we signed Alshon. We signed, you know, obviously Torrey and C-Long, and you know, just a lot of missing pieces that they didn't have last year. So, I knew it was going to be special. I knew it was going to be a special team. I've been saying it from the beginning. We grew a bond and got a relationship. We grew a bond in a relationship really early into the season. So I knew it was going to be something special.
You played your old team out there. Anybody, you know, you're friends with the guys. Any interesting banter getting up? You've gained almost 100 yards. There's a tackle, any byplay?
Nah, it wasn't no talking, you know.
Not time for that.
Nah, because we did all the talking with the pads, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if any talking had gotten started or got involved, you know, that's right up my street.
I know that's right.
That's why I asked you.
Well, you know, you just talked about just being there last year. You just won a championship there. Y'all beat the brakes off the Vikings, and then knowing that you were going to face your former team, I seen how you came out here running with an extra chip on your shoulder. Tell me through the 2 weeks or the last week, were you motivated to come out here and just make them look better? You was just doing the norm?
Man, I mean, I've been grinding all season. I don't change anything for anybody. You know what I'm saying? This is the last game of the season, so you got to leave it all on the field. You got to go after this game over. You should have nothing left in the tank. You know, and I came out here, you know, and I always come out with that mindset, but you know, obviously there was a little extra in it because you know it was these guys. So, you know, we believed in each other the whole entire season, and we only had one goal in mind, and it was this. And anything less would have been unacceptable.
Well, they tried to win back-to-back championships, but you and Chris Long did. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys, man.
Congratulations.
It's an amazing feeling, man. Thank you guys for having me on. You know, man, y'all know y'all my guys.
Come on more often.
Any chance I come out here, any chance I get to come talk to y'all, I'm gonna come talk to y'all.
Where you been? Come on.
I've been playing the game.
Anytime, LeGarrette.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys, man.
Touchdown and world champ again. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
We got plenty more coming from the champion Eagles, the runner-up Patriots, and Super Bowl 52, man. As we said, a Philadelphia story.
For just $3.49, you can get not one, but 2 cheeseburgers with small fries and a drink. And for just $1.69, you can get not 1 or 2, but 10 nuggets. Part of the King Savings Menu, only at Burger King.
Every time 4 o'clock is close enough to 5, a Corona gets its lime. Every time vacation mode doesn't need to wait for a vacation day, a Corona gets its lime. Every time the band goes on, and every time you take it all in. Or every time you say, wow, a Corona gets its lime. And every time you take those off, and you decide it's time to turn off, a Corona gets its lime.
It's not the turbocharged engine or the panoramic sunroof. It's not the heated seats or the driver assistance features. No, our greatest feature is one you don't even see. For 20 years, a portion of every Hyundai sold has gone to Hope on Wheels to help find a cure for childhood cancer. $130 million later, Hope is our greatest feature, and it comes standard on every Hyundai.
The new double quarter-pound king from Burger King. Made with over a half pound of flame-grilled 100% beef, 4 slices of cheese, pickles, and freshly chopped onions. The new double quarter-pound king. Now part of the King Collection. Only at Burger King.
With one of the best Patriots offenses ever, the game plan is simple. 1, if by land. 2, if by air. Watch out! The stage is set. Watch it unfold. Eagles, the Eagles are hungry, and not just for a cheesesteak. Surprise! Will they feast without Wentz? The stage is set. Watch it unfold.
I hope your little grease pole escapade was worth ruining my drive.
Grease pole champion!
Looks like we're getting takeout for dinner.
Touchdown!
Dinner's ruined. Laundry too.
So let's just go to Gerhardt's and get new appliances. Sports!
Meineke is America's choice for auto repair. Trust Meineke to get back on the road, saving time and money. And we back all our services with a nationwide guarantee. Right now, get 50% off brake pads and great prices on tires, car batteries, and heating system repairs for safe winter driving. At Meineke, we include a free safety inspection with every service, including our specialty priced $19.95 basic oil change. Visit Meineke.com to find a Meineke Complete Car Care Center near you.
I hope your little grease pole escapade was worth ruining my drive.
Grease pole champion!
Looks like we're getting takeout for dinner.
Touchdown!
Dinner's ruined. Laundry too.
So let's just go to Gerhardt's and get new appliances. Sports!
There's a lot of stuff Michael follows online. Then he tried Tostitos scoops and salsa and started following them in real life.
No.
And kept following. Everywhere. Wow. Okay. Boundaries, Michael. Boundaries.
Hey, Mike. What's up?
Oh. Tostitos. Bring the party.
Bring the Party is brought to you by Tostitos. Get a Super Bowl ad for your Super Bowl party at Tostitos.com.
Well, the Eagles are bringing the Tostitos party tonight after winning Super Bowl 52. I'm sure that's what they're eating.
Are you?
I just read what here it is. They're bringing the party for everybody.
Boomer, that's not like you.
I got handed this, you know, what do you want from me? Now, here's a graphic we didn't think we'd be discussing. This is in team history, okay? Oh, well, now they lose all the Super Bowls, right? Like, see, there are lies, there are damn lies, and there are statistics, as the late, great Steve Sable once taught me.
I would have loved to go to 10 Super Bowls.
Yeah, right? I understand that. So their 5th Super Bowl loss in franchise history. Look, this group is 5-3. This group certainly would be the favorites to represent the AFC next year. Jacksonville's coming. Things change. Tom will be 41, right? Both coordinators are expected to leave. Matt Patricia, Lions, Josh McDaniels, Colts. Everyone will write, ooh, is the dynasty? It isn't. The dynasty is not. But if they're going to be huge in the picture,
but by
it starts to be a lot to expect, right?
By definition, at 41 years old, you cannot beat Father Time. Now, if you can, he wants to play to 45. I'm not saying he can't play to 45, but I don't know how you can. I mean, there's no drop in his game.
No,
this is as good as I've ever seen Tom Brady in his 18 years. But I don't know. It just belies nature that you can continue to play like this, and they've got to find someone to begin to think about replacing him. And you just have to at 41 years old. It's unprecedented. I know Warren Moon did it. There's a couple of guys that did it, but I mean, at this point, just human nature says we got to find a plan into the future. You can't just figure that this is going to stay
19
static.
games a year, right?
Well, with everybody you're talking about that they're losing, but guess what? As long as Tom is still coming back here and they got the greatest head coach of all time, the Patriots will be all right. The thing is about sewing a lot of loose ends up, maybe free agency or maybe straighten some things up, especially on the defensive side.
Well, nobody's better at that than them. A big story, as it turned out, especially with the passing prowess of Nick Foles, is the benching of a guy that made his name in a Super Bowl just 3 years ago, Malcolm Butler, who played special teams, and that was it, and had a quick chat after the game.
I don't know. They gave up on me. Yeah. So, it is what it is. I don't know what it was. I mean, I guess I wasn't playing good, or they didn't feel comfortable. I don't know. You know what I mean? I could have changed that game though.
Coach Belichick was asked, and I'm reading here, he was benched for football reasons. So it's hard to read into this. We don't really know much.
He's not going to give you the reason why, Boone. He never does.
Of course not.
But they did miss Malcolm Butler tonight because he is their starting cornerback. He knows how to play on the island. When you're putting Batamusi, you're putting Rowe out there, guys in a championship game where they're not used to playing on the outside. They usually come on in the inside, or Butler comes on the nickel, they go on the outside. But for 4 quarters of football on the outside, that's unlike them guys, and that's why they struggle.
One thing about the Patriots, though, their institutional rigor, the intellectual rigor that they have institutionalized now for 15 years, that doesn't go away. Their advantage that they've kind of built into their system from 10 years ago doesn't go away. The Patriots will be around and be great for a long time regardless. I think they built that kind of foundation.
But it is interesting. Here's this, and Gronk was asked after the game, you know, concussions, this, would you? I don't rule out retirement, but then again, the game's ended. It's the wrong time to ask these things, but isn't it interesting how a storyline
really
changes
if
you come out on the other end? But after 19 games that counted, everyone's exhausted. We're almost exhausted, but not quite. We'll be back.
NFL Primetime is presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Mortgage confidently.
We're gonna try the double quarter pound king today, all right? 1 flame grilled and 1 fried on a flat top. Who prefers the flame grilled to double quarter pound king? Oh, boom, right here.
Burger King introduces the new deliciously meaty, cheesy flame grilled double quarter pound king, only at Burger King.
Level up with the brand new Nissan Rogue Sport with automatic emergency braking that could stop for you. Intelligent all-wheel drive and a round view monitor. Wow. Now, with bonus cash, save up to $1,500 on select models or lease the Rogue family, just $159 per month.
How do you win at business? Stay at La Quinta, where we're changing with stylish makeovers. Then, at your next meeting, set your seat height to its maximum level. Bravo, tall meeting man. Start winning today. Book now at lq.com.
We wrote the book on car pricing. For 90 years, we earned your trust as car value experts. Now, we're making you the expert with the Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor, a tool that analyzes what people actually paid for the car you want, so you can make sure you get into it for a fair price. Why pay more for your next car? Use Price Advisor, only from Kelley Blue Book.
This is the original light beer, brewed to be everything you want in a beer, and less. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Schick Extreme 3. 3 flexible blades that uniquely adapt to any contour for optimum comfort. For any twist or turn life hands you. Schick Extreme 3 and now Extreme 4 with 4 longer-lasting blades. For your skin.
Yes! Ours is still buffering. What's happening?
You're experiencing a network delay. You both need to be watching that on the iPhone with Verizon, the best streaming network.
How long have you been here?
I've been here a couple days.
Get the best unlimited on the most awarded network. And now when you buy iPhone 8, you'll get one on us.
2 bedrooms.
Uh-huh.
Balcony.
Yep.
Barbecue.
Love it.
Swimming pool.
Gotta have it.
Chef's kitchen.
Oh. Close to restaurants.
Zillow. The new double quarter-pound king from Burger King. Made with over a half pound of flame-grilled 100% beef, 4 slices of cheese, pickles, and freshly chopped onions. The new double quarter-pound king. Now part of the King Collection. Only at Burger King.
Sup world, it's the box with 30% savings for safe drivers. Coming at you with my brand new vlog. Just making some ice in my freezer here, so check back for that follow-up vid. This is my cashew guy, Bruno. Holler at him, Brune. Kicking it live and direct here at the Fountain. Should I go habanero or Maui onion? Should I buy a chinchilla? Comment below. Did I mention I save people $620 for switching? Chinchilla updates? Got that chinchilla after all. Say what up, Rocco?
Welcome back to NFL Primetime. Presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
Philadelphia, a city that prides itself on being the underdog, with having a chip on its shoulder, has never been represented by any of its teams than they were tonight at the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the newest Hall of Famers, Randy Moss. A Hall of Famers of Steve Young, Chris Berman, thanks for joining us on Primetime. Hey. Elton sang it.
Aloha!
Elton sang it. The Eagles did it. Philadelphia Freedom. I love you. Yes, I do.
After 13 long years, we finally have the rematch.
He throws a lob to Brady off his hands, incomplete. But you can't beat.
And the pass goes into the end zone.
To Nick Foles.
It's a touchdown by Nick Foles.
I don't even want your congratulations.
Little razzle-dazzle by Doug Peterson.
To U.S. Bank Stadium, where tonight in an absolute thriller in Super Bowl 52, the Philadelphia Eagles have won, beating the Patriots in remarkable fashion. As we take a look at some of the sights and the sounds of this unforgettable game, these are the moments right afterwards. The head coach, Doug Peterson, Nick Foles, the MVP, about as unlikely an MVP as we've seen in Super Bowl history in the city of Philadelphia, as you would imagine, that has not celebrated a football championship since 1960, is alive and celebrating tonight. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles and their fans who packed this building today. This had the feel very much of a Philadelphia home game with the fans showing up. It's remarkable that there's anyone left in Philadelphia because it felt all week long like all the Eagles fans were here. I'm Mike Greenberg. He's Steve Levy. We're just getting ourselves comfortable, and we'll be here with you for the next hour or so. Looking back on, Steve, what I think has to be, as you look at some of these numbers, one of the most remarkable and surprising football games of all time. If I had told you Tom Brady is going to throw for 505 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, the Patriots are not going to punt, and they're going to lose, you would never have believed.
Yes, and all we heard all week was the key to the game would be the defensive pressure from Philadelphia, and they got to Tom Brady once when it mattered the most, and it was a strip sack that, in essence, sealed the football game. This was a bizarre game with missed extra points, botched snap on a chip shot field goal, failed 2-point conversions, and we can go on, and they will all night long in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, as will we here on ESPN.
All right, yeah, let's not bury the lead. Nick Foles was brilliant in this game and absolutely remarkable. Let's take a look now at two of his most significant drives, because Foles, really unbelievable. Let's pick this up here in the second quarter. You see the score was 15-12 Philadelphia, and here he is to the rookie Corey Clement, who had himself a sensational day, breaking tackles there and putting the Eagles in position for another score, setting up a 1st and goal. And then here comes the play of the day, the play that they'll be talking about as long as they remember this game. 38 seconds to go. The Eagles on a 4th down going for it. And look at the trickery here. Foles, who ran a play very similar to this in high school, it turns out, on the receiving end of the touchdown, the first quarterback ever to catch a touchdown in a Super Bowl game, giving the Eagles the 22-12 lead at halftime. Take another look there. Look how he sells it. Waits just long enough to make sure no one's paying any attention, breaks into the clear, and scores a touchdown. So a huge moment there for the Eagles to take that momentum into the half, and there we go, Steve.
4th quarter, under 7 minutes left. The Eagles trail for the first time in the game, right at 33-32. Patriots do bring some pressure. Foles completes to Torrey Smith, but he's tackled short of a 1st down, and the Patriots are all fired up. Doug Peterson, guy has to be a genius, decides to go for it. 4th and 1 from his own 46. And Foles drops back and finds Zach Ertz. We're watching this live, wondering if he actually got there. Forward progress gave him the spot. That is the 1st down. Later in the drive, just over 4 minutes to go, Foles rolling to his right, finds Nelson Aguilar. He has a 1st down grab. Then 3.5 minutes to go. Here's Foles. Slinging one over the middle. Again, it's Aguilar finds a seam. That's good for 24 and a 1st down. The Eagles are moving down the field while only Tom Brady can watch. 2:25 to go. Here's 3rd and 7 in the red zone. Foles hits Ertz on a slant. He leaps into the end zone for the score. They would review it, as you might expect. Ertz, the catch and the lunge. Might have lost control as he was going to the ground. They ruled he was a runner because he made enough steps, and as a runner just had to cross the plane for the touchdown. Ruling confirmed. Eagles win 41-33. Nick Foles out Tom Brady's Tom Brady. 28 of 43, 373 yards, 3 scores, and he is your most unlikely Super Bowl MVP. Again, the 2 huge drives. They did it in totally different ways. The end of the 1st half, Foles covered 70 yards in 7 plays, only 90 seconds. That was capped off by a gutsy 4th and goal pass to, not from, Nick Foles. Then, look at what they did in the 4th quarter. Burned over 7 minutes of critical clock time with a 14-play, 75-yard drive that ended with a Zach Ertz touchdown. Once again, here's your MVP of the Super Bowl. Say it with me, Nick Foles.
Yeah, I mean, I felt good. I mean, you never really know what it's going to be like when you're going to a Super Bowl. I've never been here before, so there are normal nerves. You got butterflies. I mean, it's a big game. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than this. So, but I felt good. I felt calm. I think the big thing that helped me was knowing that I didn't have to be Superman. I have amazing teammates, amazing coaches around me, and all I had to do was just go play as hard as I could and play for one another, play for those guys. And, you know, not look at the scoreboard, not look at the time, just go out there and play. Don't worry about it. And, you know, came away with a victory.
You know, that last play, that strip sack, we knew it was going to be about matchups. And I knew the way the center was pointing that I had the one-on-one. All game I've been bullying them. And, you know, I switched it up. I act like I was going to bull them and snatch them. And Tom Brady's arm would just happen to be there, and I just swiped. And I didn't even realize I got it till I seen Derek Barnett pick it up. And, you know, I just knew we had less than 2 minutes to go. And I was just so thankful to be able to make that play to get us off the field and change the game.
You know, I knew that we were going to have to score a touchdown in that situation. You know, a field goal wasn't going to be good enough. Not against Brady and the Patriots, and you know, so we stayed aggressive. You know, Nick made some outstanding throws. Guys made some plays for him. Nelson, you know, Ertz on the touchdown. I mean, just play after play. Guys really stepped up tonight and just had to get a touchdown on that situation.
To be a part of the Philadelphia Eagles' first championship, I mean, we've all waited a long time to be in this position to be world champions. The people who bleed green, the people of Philadelphia, the people all across the nation that support the Eagles, they've waited a long time. Mr. Louis waited a long time. You know, being a part of this, being drafted to Philadelphia, and being fortunate enough to come back and be a part of this team, to be a piece of this puzzle. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and, you know, I know there's going to be a lot of celebrating tonight.
That's for sure. And just how unlikely was Nick Foles? Well, let's look back at quarterbacks that have made the fewest regular season starts and then gone on to win the Super Bowl. It started with Doug Williams in 1987, made just 2 regular season starts that year, then threw 5 touchdowns in the second quarter and won the Super Bowl. 1990, Jeff Hostetler took over for Phil Simms with 2 games to go, took the Giants all the way to a Super Bowl championship over the Bills, and now here's Nick Foles taking over for Carson Wentz the final 3+ games of the season, runs the table in the playoffs, and like Williams, Foles wins the game's most valuable player. And so we're joined now by Ryan Clark here on our set, and obviously it starts there with the performance of Nick Foles. As you watched him, what impressed you the most?
I mean,
what did he do?
It's just as I thought. I thought Nick Foles would come in here, outduel Tom Brady, put up 41 points, and be the Super Bowl MVP. What are you talking about, Greeny? I predicted it. Now, absolutely, it was so amazing to watch Nick Foles in this game, to see the things that Nick Foles was able to do with confidence. Here, an early throw to Rowe. That's a throw you only make if you believe in your abilities. And when you catch a touchdown pass and one-up Tom Brady, because he missed one on the previous drive. When we watched his throw to Corey Clement, I thought it was amazing when he left his hand, because I felt there was no way that that pass was going to be complete. And he made play after play after play. And for the last 11 quarters, he's been unbelievable. Other than the first quarter against the Atlanta Falcons, Nick Foles has been money. Nick Foles has been as good as any other quarterback in the NFL. And you watch the way he gets all of his players involved in the game. Everybody feels there will be a chance for them to make a play because Nick Foles spreads the ball around in that manner.
So exactly that, playing no favorites. Now, I think the question, and New England fans will wonder, how did Nick Foles make the Patriots defense look so bad? Couldn't have been by surprise. It seemed like shoddy tackling by New England through a good portion of the game. We saw big chunk plays, especially in the first half, but Foles made the Patriots defense look bad.
He really did, and when you're missing one of your best players, which the New England Patriots were, and Malcolm Butler, I'm sure we still don't know why, you're at a deficit. You're starting a guy as your #1 corner in Rowe who hasn't done it all year. You aren't tackling in the manner that you need to be. And when you have pieces missing, when things start to go bad early, the rest of it snowballs. It becomes an avalanche of plays made offensively by the Philadelphia Eagles. And you saw it. The Patriots just couldn't stop the bleeding. Tom Brady in that offense gave them every possible chance to win, but this defense couldn't come up with a quality stop. Not one quality stop throughout the game that put the Patriots over the hump, and a huge part of that is the way Nick Foles was able to attack this secondary.
All right, we'll talk more about Malcolm Butler and his absence in just a moment, but how about the performance of Tom Brady?
And no matter what Brady did, he was already cemented as the greatest quarterback in NFL history, but you know what? He lost tonight. His team lost tonight, and Tom Brady played very, very well, as you would expect. We pick it up now with Tom going in the third quarter. The Patriots found themselves down 10. That should come as a surprise to no one. We have seen this movie before. Brady to Danny Amendola for 18 yards in the first down. The next play, here's Brady to Chris Hogan. What a monster game Hogan had. Even got a couple of carries. Watch it again. Brady is the first quarterback in Super Bowl history to reach 400 passing yards before the fourth quarter. So that touchdown brought New England within 3. At this point, it's 32-26. Here's Brady. Amendola is left all alone. Not sure how that happens. Big connection there. Next play, it's Brady to Amendola. Here's 9 yards. Down the field they move meticulously, and then later in the drive on 2nd and goal, Brady, a beautiful pass to Rob Gronkowski, who hauls it in. What else is new? And at this point, Brady and Gronk tied Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, the most passing touchdowns by a quarterback-receiver duo in NFL history with 12. So the Pats are down 5 at this point. Brady gets stripped, fumbles the ball. Brandon Graham on the sack. Derek Barnett, the scoop. The big turnover there, as we mentioned, that's the first and only sack of the football game. Think about that for a second. Brady can't believe what just happened to him. Patriots get the ball back. They're down 8. Under a minute left. Brady finds Amendola for a first down. Now remember, they're out of timeouts. On that pass, Brady broke his own Super Bowl passing record, 466 yards. Under 10 seconds left. Last opportunity. You know what? It was there. It was there, and then it wasn't. Gronk couldn't come down with it. Tom Brady, 505 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and yet the Patriots fall 41-33. We're so used to hearing Brady on the victories. Here he is after the loss.
Yeah, I mean, it does suck. It obviously, yeah, it sucks.
Disappointing, but proud of the way our team competed. Those guys are champions of the AFC. They earned that, and you know, we just came up a little bit short tonight. So it's a tough way to end a lot of really good things that happened this season. But that's what this game's about.
I mean, it stinks to be on this side for sure. It stinks. You put all that hard work in the whole year. I'm proud of the boys. I'm proud to be on this team. I'm proud of the way everyone played. I'm proud of how all my teammates, we all fought together all year long, and we just never gave up. We played to all 60 minutes till the final whistle. So proud to be part of this organization, of this year, and you just got to keep your chin up because we put a lot of work in. We put a lot in for each other, and just didn't end the way we wanted it to. But we've accomplished a lot, and we got to stay positive.
I mean, if you want to be world champs, you got to play in this game. So we played 8 of them, and you know, they were all good games. But today we had our opportunities. Never really got control of the game. Never really played on our terms, and you know, just didn't make enough plays when we needed to.
They did a good job. They did a good job all the way around, everybody. That plays out all their skill players. Quarterback played well. They had a good design. They kept us off balance. Offensive line played well. We weren't able to get enough pressure on the quarterback. Just give them credit. They did a great job.
Well, no one's feeling sorry for us, so you know, we'll evaluate like we always do, and you know, everyone I'm sure is pretty tired after a long year. That's football. No.
But what you want out there.
Itchy skin distracting you? Cortisone 10. Maximum strength itch relief without a prescription. Cortisone 10.
I'm out of clubs.
And try new Cortisone 10 overnight itch relief. Good night itch.
Set your tech free with Verizon Fios Gigabit connection. With lightning fast speeds, you'll enjoy endless streaming and next level online gaming. Watch, answer, control. Sync tons of devices all at once with a connection powerful enough to make your smart home brilliant.